Okay, let's go ahead and get started. In this presentation, I'm going to take you through a little bit of the work that I do to help women live confident, fearless, and safe. Again, my name is Dara Connolly. I'm happy you're here. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of background of who I am in case you haven't had a chance yet to read my bio on my website. I've been leading a women's movement for the past 16 years. I've trained thousands of women. My work is endorsed by police and therapists and experts. And what I do is help women speak up to be heard, get paid what we deserve, and to repel bullies, sexism, and harassment. And I am very much passionate about this work, as you're about to find out. And I am confident that whatever it is that's holding you back from achieving the full success that you want to have in life, going for your dreams and making the money you want as a woman in the world today, that I can help get you past that. And the reason is because I didn't start out where I am right now. My journey was, I went through a lot to get to where I am today. And actually for the past year or so, this picture represents how I lived. I was a hider. But for the past year or so, I've been training diligently on self-help and motivation on how to become the person I want to be. And I've worked with very well-established women who are making 6-7 figures and are in the celebrity status world, and I've talked to experts about how we become more confident. And I'll take us through a little bit of that today. But my journey was, I was a hider and I didn't find my voice or find who I was or find the pay I wanted until recently as an adult, because it wasn't until I learned how to crush those self-limiting beliefs, crush imposter syndrome. Can you relate? So many women I know stay stuck. I've trained thousands of women and I can tell you so many women have these fears and doubts. And if this is you, you're certainly not alone and we can crack through them. And what I can tell you is that the reason why I care so much about confidence is because I know that every opportunity that comes to you in your life is a representation of how confident you are, how you feel on the inside, because the outside will match the inside. And that includes the people that you attract in your life. So if you find yourself in the wrong relationships or working for bully bosses or all the jerks out there, and let's be clear, I'm not talking about the random people that get attacked by assault. Oh, up to 93% are people we know that are bothering us, right? I wrote the book on someone you know. So let's be clear. It's the people that are in our lives that we need to set boundaries with and keep those jerks out of our lives, whether it's someone we work with or a family member or whomever. And the last part is to make the money that you want to make. So let's get started. And I'll be honest with you, it all starts by taking the first step. So congratulations for being on this webinar with me today. And I am excited for you to learn some skills. Stay until the end so you don't miss anything. But the very first step is to ask where you are in life and be honest. If you're on my website or watching this webinar, chances are you're not where you want to be. Something's not working out, probably unfulfilled in some way, or frustrated that you're working really hard, not seeing the pay that you want, or going through the same rigmarole and not getting the results you want. And be honest, because I told you I was a hider, and that's one of the traps that women fall into. We hide where we don't show up. See if this resonates for you. Are you someone who, even if the opportunities exist and they're out there and you can take it, you don't take it? Or do you hesitate? This is another trap that we fall into, where we never feel ready. Excuse after excuse. Whatever opportunities are coming up, I can't take that promotion. I can't go for that dream partner or job or city to live in and whatever, because you find that you're going to make an excuse and give yourself a reason not to. You talk yourself out of it. The third trap women most likely fall into is hypercritical. It's never good enough, so you don't even start. Don't even put it out there, whether it's the book you want to write, the speech you want to give, the dream job. If this is you, you're stuck in perfectionism, and there are tools you can take to get out of it. Don't self-sabotage your own success. I know so many women that do, and there is fear wrapped around these 4 H's, these 4 traps, because we don't know what's on the other side. It's fear of the unknown. And the work I'm doing is helping us crush these beliefs. And the last trap that a lot of women fall into is being helpless. We feel helpless because we don't know how to do it. No one showed us how to do it. And this is why I'm so passionate about this work. And also that helplessness comes from thinking that we can't do it. You fall into this category. But this is what I want you to understand. All these patterns, all these behaviors, all these beliefs are just a pattern, and we get stuck in it and we go round and around and around unless we say, I want to get the heck off this ride. And if you're like, hell yeah, Dara, get me off this ride, I hear you, and I want to get you off this ride too. Because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to go for that dream that's out there, that dream that's in your heart that you thought of maybe when you were a little girl, of what your life would be like right now today. There's no time that's too late. I've worked with women all the way through their 80s to help transform them. It's never too late to live a more confident, fearless, and safe life. Please hear that. It's never too late. So if you're ready to get off the ride, this is what I want you to do. Think about what you believe. What is the story you tell yourself? Is it that you can't do it because you feel helpless, that you're not smart enough, someone told you you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you don't deserve that pay? Look, confidence comes from taking an action. Whether you think you're worthy of the action, ready for the action, or not, confidence, I believe, comes from taking the action to do something, even if you feel afraid, even if you feel scared, even if you don't feel ready. You know, I mentioned I've been working with these all-star women, and we call them power women because they're the top in their field, maxing out. They're playing hardball with the guys in their fields. These are the women of the C-suite, CEOs, executives, celebrity status, all-stars. They feel the same fears you and I do. There's no point that we can get to in life where our fears go away. It just doesn't work that way. The way we diffuse our fears or diffuse those beliefs that hold us back is by taking an action. So I'm here to encourage you that whatever you feel is holding you back, take an action whether you feel ready or not. You don't have to jump all the way in. I have so many examples of how I did that and I messed up. And when you work with me, you'll learn how to do this efficiently and take a step that is actually the most beneficial step you can take right now today. And it's a small step. And the first step is knowing where you are and what you believe. What do you believe about yourself? Because I believe we're all taught a lie. We were taught that to be successful or make money, you have to work really hard, or you have to be born into money, or go to some fancy school, or have this advanced degree. This is not true. Or maybe you believe that you're not confident because your parents weren't confident. They didn't know what they were doing. So you didn't develop that trait. Okay, let me tell you something. There's been research done on this, that confidence is not simply an innate trait. It's not that simple. It is a muscle. It is a developed skill that you can learn. I've done a lot of work on confidence, a lot of research on confidence, and I can tell you that they have narrowed down the fact that we develop confidence by taking the action, like I was saying before. And if you feel completely frustrated because you haven't seen results in the past, that doesn't mean your future is going to have those same results. Let me show you something. The beliefs you have affect everything. So what do you believe? Write it down if you have a piece of paper in front of you. Write down one sentence right now, what you believe about yourself. It's probably something that's holding you back. Are you scared to take a chance? Because if you're watching this webinar, chances are you want to change something. So write down that belief, because that belief will turn into your thoughts. And what we think is kind of like just putting the grooves deeper in. We're just going around and around this pattern. And we start thinking, we think over 60,000 thoughts every day. And if those thoughts are not helpful to you, it's going to affect the feelings that you feel. If you're having shithole thoughts, you're going to have bad feelings. You'll feel down, you'll feel exhausted, it can't do it. So you're not going to take an action because the feelings affect the actions. They affect the energy that you bring into a room. And the energy you bring to a room and the actions you take affect the results you will have. And then back we go. It's a pattern and you're stuck in this cycle. And here's the good news. If it's not something you're born with, that means it's something you can develop. So let's go through this. If you have the thought that I'm not good enough, that's your belief. It's going to turn into, I can't do it. And you think that all day. And then what's the feeling? Feel worthless. You don't feel good. You're not going to take an action. So it's inactivity, which leads to more disappointment and frustration in your life. And so you don't feel good. See how this works? We have to be cognizant of what we believe. And I know because, like I said, I've been passionate about teaching women these skills because I see every day women that hold themselves back because it's a belief. It could even be a story somebody said to them, something that ingrained to you when you were little. And this is not therapy, although I've worked, and I do still work with therapists because I understand how ingrained those beliefs are and how much they affect us. But you don't have to go through years and years of counseling. My work is practical right now, today. Here's what we're going to do. I want you to change that belief. The sentence you wrote down, what if you cross it out? I can't do it. I'm not ready. To I am ready, and write it in a positive. Start with that. Play with this for the next couple of days and see if you start to have different feelings about what you told yourself. It's a new story, right? It's a new belief. Now, what I do is help you take the belief now to further action. So if you were to work with me and your goal was, Dara, I want to make more money, I want to make 7 figures, we would start with the belief. We would go into what you are now thinking all day to give yourself that feeling that's going to generate the energy that you want, and then the actions to go with it. Because I don't want it just to be woo-woo out there. You have to know steps to take. And this is how I've combined the energetics with the actions to get the results I want in life. And I know these formulas work. I don't know anyone else, I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't met anyone who has never been on a stage of more than 100 people and has applied for 3 TEDx talks and landed all 3. All 3 were accepted. Off the bat, that was my experience. And it was because I understand how when you change your beliefs, it affects everything that comes your way. So I can't get through what your actions are today because I don't know who you are or what your actions are. But if we were to work together, I will take you through step by step how to get those actions under control so you start doing the steps to get to where you want to go. But you have to be willing to transform your life. You have to be willing to take that very first step. And this is not hard to do, by the way. And it's so worth it. So ask yourself, what outcomes do you want? Because if you don't know, if you're not sure where you want to go, I can't get you there. But if you are very serious about where you want to go, the money you want to make, the relationships you want to attract, and the opportunities you want to see come to you, and you can narrow that down to 1 or 2 sentences, then I am ready to help get you there. You have to know where you want to go because the outcomes will affect the actions you take. Here's what you can do today. Determine your beliefs, determine what the outcome is that you want, and then ask yourself, what questions are you asking? So let's say, for example, you want to lose weight, because this is something a lot of women can resonate with. Let's say you want to lose 15 pounds by the end of the year. That's your outcome. You want to lose 15 pounds by the end of the year. The next thing is, what questions are you asking yourself? Are you asking yourself, why can't I lose weight? Why am I such a pig? Why do I eat chocolate after dinner? Why is it so hard for me to work out? Why do I feel lazy? Those are all wrong questions, and they're going to keep giving you the wrong answers, and that's going to affect the decisions you make and the actions you take or don't take. What if you ask the questions of, how can I get excited about working out today? What can I do that I love? You see where I'm going with this? This is just a small example. Imagine we compound this with, how can I make $1 million in 1 year from now? Do you think that's so far out there that you can't do it? Because I disagree. I've seen it happen. I've seen people transform their lives in just a matter of months by doing this formula of changing the belief, asking the right questions, and focusing on the outcome they want. And then the next step is, what steps are you taking? Because you can't just say it and visualize it. You can visualize all day, but unless you get up and actually do something, it's not going to happen. So I am ready to help you. And if you're tired of things being the same, you are working hard and not seeing results, you walk into work and again, it's the same story where you get talked over and your opinions are not heard, or people are not responding to you as the respected leader you want to be seen as, or you're attracting the wrong people to you. I spent a lot of my time helping women diffuse and repel sexism, bullying, and harassment. And it is not from the place of being a victim, but it's coming from a place of power. Because when you know what to say to these people and how to talk to them, for example, if you were to be harassed, are you going to assert yourself? And there's a way to assert yourself. It's not to be confrontational, right? You want to make firm eye contact. You want to be direct and specific, and you want to tell the person what you want them to do. These are all the skills that I give you, and we work together. And if you're not familiar with my work or want to learn more about the women that I've helped, I've trained thousands of women. You can hear video testimonials on my coaching page. You can see lots of testimonials on my preview video or throughout my website. But the point I want to make to you is that if you are a woman that know you can go for more in life and are ready to live confident, fearless, and safe, you simply have to take the first step. You have to take the first step. And I am passionate about three things. Confident, because I want you to confidently make more money. I'm tired of women saying, I'm at the max of what I can make. It's the cap, you know, no woman at my company is making more, or this is the cap of my position. No, that's not true. They will find the money. There is money out there for you to take it. But unless you're exuding confidence, nobody's going to give you money, because we have to speak in a way that others see us as a leader. And that's not just the way we carry ourselves, but it's the power of our voice. Are you using what I call the 5 Ps? Do you speak with presence, where you make eye contact with others when you talk? Do you speak with power, where you assert yourself and enunciate every word? Do you pause for emphasis so they really hear what you're saying? You see what I'm talking about? These things matter. Do you use pitch? When you're serious, you have a deeper tone. And when you're excited, you go slightly higher, but not into upspeak. We don't want to go that high, because that is looked down upon as a weaker person. And the last P, let's see, we did pitch, presence, power, pause, purpose. Are you speaking with purpose? Do you know what you're going to say before you say it? Because when you do, your thoughts will be more concise and make more sense. Now, that's just one example of how to speak in a way so others see you as someone of value. But unless you value yourself, remember, it all comes back to that belief system. Unless you value yourself, no one is going to value you. So are you valuing your strengths and your background and your experience on all the years of your life that you have are valuable? You have in you so much knowledge. And every day you are bringing that knowledge to the world. I hope you are. And that is valuable. That is worth money. So do not undermine your value. The second part is to exude confidence and live fearless. So let's say you're dreaming of being something that you're not doing right now. And these are far out dreams, being CEO or president, or moving up to be a professional speaker, or I don't know, whatever dream you have, I want you to live fearless to get there. And there's so many women that just allow themselves to stay trapped in those traps that I mentioned earlier. And here's the thing. Your whole life will go by whether you take that step towards your dreams or not. And I have to tell you that, like I said before, I know every woman, even the most successful woman you can think of, has fear, has doubt, feels that judgment, that little voice in the back of their head. But the difference between what they do and what someone who is not taking that chance is that they know how to quiet that voice and say, I'm moving on in spite of it because I want to be successful. If you're ready to live fearless and be successful and go after your dreams, you have to take a step, no matter how scary it is, towards it, because confidence comes from action. And of course, repelling all the jerks out there, whether it's a corporate jerk or someone in your life, sexism, bullying, harassment. No woman should have to deal with this stuff. But there's a certain energy that we radiate. Remember, abusers, okay? Or if they're, put yourself, when I teach this, I like to ask my audience to imagine yourself as the predator and you're looking for someone to prey upon. Who are you going to select? It's the meek, quiet person of convenience. And the way we can let these people know we are not going to tolerate their crap is by exuding the confidence in our voice, right? Even if you just did the 5 Ps, that'll be effective to start. And body language, which I don't have time to get into right at this moment, but there's a whole energy dynamic of how you present yourself that other people can sense. They can tell within 7 seconds if you're someone that they want to harass or not. And if you look like a confident woman, it's not worth their time. There's enough other women to go prey upon. So that's how we repel. And you do not need to settle with anyone who's not being kind to you. In fact, even if it's simply that you're such a good person that you don't know how to say no and don't know how to set a boundary even within your own space at work or at home, and you continually exhaust yourself because you let people keep taking advantage of you, this is where we need to learn the power of our no and the power of who you are. You have to respect yourself enough to not let others walk all over you. Now is the time to get the life that you want. But I don't know who you are. You have to reach out to me. And if you're tired of things being the same and you're tired of not getting the results you want and the pay you want, or being seen as a respected leader when you speak, or an effective communicator where when you talk, others listen, or tired of people taking advantage of you and you're ready to set those boundaries, firm boundaries that they listen to, then let's work together because I want to help you. And I'm offering for you a free invitation to my powerful mastermind group that meets every week. This is a powerful group of women just like you who are ready to make money and exude confidence. You're welcome to check us out for free. Just click the link below. Or if you want to go dive right in and you're ready to go and start living as a confident woman today and learn these skills right now, click on the link for the confidence bundle below. I'm offering for a limited time a low price, and you can get my full confidence package now. I am ready to serve you, but you have to take the first step. Click the link for the free mastermind or the confidence bundle, and let's do this.